What is up, guys? Thank you guys for tuning into the second video. This is gonna be a little different, right? Like I told you guys, I'm gonna be showing you guys obviously the entrepreneur side of me doing shit, and I'm also gonna be trying to give you guys advice. Advice in a sense where, like, again, I told you guys that I don't know everything, right? I'm learning as I go, but I definitely do think that some of the topics that I'm gonna hit today will definitely maybe inspire somebody, right? Maybe get some guy that's young, one of you guys that you know, ages, I don't know, you're 14 years old, you're in high school or some shit, or 15, you're in high school, and you know, you want to get into this entrepreneurial space and you don't know where to start, stuff like that. I want to give you guys pretty much, in a sense, what I did, right? And then you guys can do whatever you want with that. So let's get right into it. So number one, I'd like to start off with, I guess you could say, like, unleash your inner entrepreneur, right? What I mean by that is, like, find out what is that thing you like. You know, there's got to be something that you like to do right now that you can make some money off of. Or go on fucking YouTube. There might be something that sparks your guys' interest, and based off of that, you're like, okay, this is kind of cool. This is interesting. I can do this. I have a computer at home. Let me try it out, right? So really, number one is just, in a sense, figure out what, I guess, find your niche, right? So whether it's starting a SaaS company or SMMA or e-commerce or whatever, right? Something that sparks your interest in order to that's gonna get you started into this shit, because you really want to find that you want to find what you want to do, and then build a plan and then execute. Because without a plan, you can't do any of this. You're not really gonna get far with it, because I mean, I can tell you from, like, firsthand experiences where I would have an idea, right? And I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Boom, I start kind of doing it, but I never really got anywhere with it because I never built a plan, a step-by-step plan telling me, okay, I need to do this and this and this, step by step, and okay, boom, now I'm gonna do this, right? So number one is find what kind of sparks your interest. Okay, so step two, I would say, right? Let's say you already figured out what you wanted to do, right? Let's say in your case it's you wanted to start freelancing, right? Let's say you wanted to do a SaaS company, or no, fuck that. Let's say SMMA, right? Social media marketing agency. Social media marketing agency. I mean, bro, you could literally go on YouTube and watch videos of step by step how to start a marketing agency, to pretty much the whole way, like step 1 through 10, let's say, right? Okay, now I know what I have to do step by step. Let me build my own plan, right? And from there, you figure out different methods to make it a lot easier for you, whether it's using AI, because it's a big thing right now, right? An example can be, me and my business partners, we have a SaaS company. It's called Brand Bus Solutions, where we're a AI automation agency, right? So we pretty much, what we do is automate people's businesses and like websites and all that kind of shit, right? So imagine something where you have your marketing agency. You start incorporating AI. There's a lot of free ones online that you can just do some research on it. You'll find some. Yeah, I mean, pretty much the point is, get it started, build a plan, step by step. Again, like I said, step by step plan to get you to just get the ball rolling, right? Let's say for example, a marketing agency. Okay, boom, I'm gonna build a presentation, a sales script, and I'm gonna learn Facebook ads. Okay, boom. Really, those are the main three things to get you started, right? Because once you have that, Obviously, it goes deeper than that, and I'm not gonna get too much into that in this video. But you let's say you do those three things. Boom. Okay, I know how to do Facebook ads. I studied this sales script, so I know how to sell. I have my presentation, so it's not like I have to just bring shit up out of my ass. It's just like I already know it's on there, right? Really, I'm just presenting to them and trying to sell them onto my service. Boom. You sell them to your service, mind you. This is all free. You're doing this for free. You're not doing this for free, but you're setting up your business for free. Once you have money coming in, then that's when you go, okay, let me incorporate it. Let me get my business bank account. Let me do all this shit, right? First, focus on bringing money through the door. Okay, so now let's say you're trying to grow your marketing agency. You start already kind of bringing some money through the door. You have two to three clients or whatever, and you want to grow the business up more, right? Because you want to scale it. Because you can only cold call so much, right? But if you can find a way to grow your business through social media, that's when you'll get a lot more traction, right? Because let's be honest, everything is nowadays it's Instagram, Facebook, all that kind of shit, right? Everything's social media, right? So if you can master growing your social media presence, whether it's your personal brand or your business brand, perfect. That's literally how you grow these videos. That's literally how you grow these businesses a lot faster, because you can automate your outreach, for example, through your business Instagram page, let's say, right? That's really it. Is also try to grow your social media presence. That way, okay, you got cold calling, and now you have online marketing. You're marketing your business online through Instagram and places where people see that you already have a running business, and they trust you a lot more based off of that. Okay, so now let's say your business is already bringing in, I don't know, let's say 5K a month, right? At 5K a month in most places, you can quit your 9 to 5. Actually, let me touch that topic real quick right before I get into this. If you do have a 9 to 5, guys, leverage the fuck out of that 9 to 5. I can literally give you an example. I have a 9 to 5 right now, and I'm doing all this shit on the side, right? I'm trying to leverage my 9 to 5 as much as possible. That way, I'm not, for example, tight on money, stuff like that, and I have my income from that. I can put it into to my business. Obviously, if you're a little older, you have more bills to pay. I don't have that many bills, so most of my income can go into the businesses and just trying different shit, right? So especially if you're young and you have a little job, leverage it, right? Or if you're in high school, fuck a job, go full on with this shit. I promise you, if you do the work and you put the work, it'll pay off, okay? It's paying off for me, man. I'm putting in the fucking work and we're getting it. So leverage your job, your 9 to 5 as much as possible, and to the point where you can now replace it. Once you replace it, now you go full on entrepreneurship, right? Boom. Let's say you're making 5K a month. You left your 9 to 5. You need to be able to have good money management skills, because as an entrepreneur, 1 month, let's say you're making 5K, but next month, let's say you lost 2 clients, now you're making 3K a month. That month, now you made 3K, right? So it's like, if you're out here spending money like crazy, you don't know how to save, you don't know how to manage it, you're not going to be in the best position, because aside from not knowing how to save your money, you want to reinvest into the business in order to keep it growing, because you want to go from 5K a month to 10K a month to 15, 20, 30, whatever, right? So the biggest thing is learning how to manage your money, right? That can start off with little things. That's literally how I started, right? So I basically I had to analyze where my money was going, because I was like, okay, I'm broke, right? So where's all my money going? Okay. if I knew a lot of things that I know now, I would have been chilling. At this point, I would have probably been making 10K a month, boom, no fucking 9 to 5, chilling, right? But you learn, you live, you learn. Anyways, so yeah, when it comes to, for example, spending money on let's say food, for example, because food, let's be honest, especially if you don't make that much money, I mean, a lot of your money can go straight to food, right? Whether it's you're eating out every day, always hanging out with your friends, trust me, that fucking adds up, right? So, I mean, you guys saw in my last video, I was literally talking about how I was partying all the time, I was doing all this bullshit, I was like wasting a lot of time, right? That right there, I analyzed where my money was going, right? Stop hanging out with friends all the time. I stopped going out to eat all the time. For example, a way to cut down on food spending, I'm not saying don't eat out ever. No, like you're still gonna want to go eat out, still want to have fun here and there. Go for it, right? But where it's a time and a place for everything, right? So if you're spending money on food where it's like lazy food spending, I guess you could say, when you just when you could literally just go downstairs to your fridge, make something real quick, and boom, you're good, right? But no, you want to get some McDonald's, some fucking Wendy's, whatever the fuck, spend $10, $15, and trust me, if you're doing that shit every day, in a week let's say you're spending $10 a day, right? Once or twice a day, shit, that's like $50 to $100 in a week that you could have been saving, right? Again, if you want to go out to eat with your friends, go for it. Go out to a nice little spot, a nice little restaurant with your friends, enjoy yourselves, whatever. But when it comes to the lazy spending, cut it out. I apologize if you guys do hear noise outside. The room kind of doesn't block out all the noise, but it's good enough. It's good enough. Does the job. Okay. Another thing, right? This kind of goes on to building your social media presence, is building your brand, right? So, for example, if your marketing agency is like your prized possession, right? That's your main business. Okay, make it your brand, right? Everything you're posting on Instagram, make it look more professional, right? Post more about your business, right? For example, there's this dude that follows me, and he does e-commerce, right? Yo, this guy's whole page is about, like, it's himself, obviously, and then straight e-commerce shit, right? And he grew his page, I think he has like 20-some thousand followers, but that's because he built his brand around that, around his business, e-commerce, right? So if your business is that marketing agency, okay, build your business around that, right? Build your brand around that. Okay, make people know that you're the marketing agency guy. You know what I'm saying? Iman Gaji, right? That's how he came up. He was a marketing agency guy. He built his empire off of that, and then eventually he spread off to do other things, right? But that's what really grew his following. He niched down, and then once he started reaching bigger targets, bigger audiences, he spread out and started doing other things and doing more educational / motivational videos, right? So for sure, that's one of the biggest things to keep in mind is growing your social media presence around your business, and your brand has to be about that mainly, right? Another example, for example, me and the guys that me and my network, pretty much, our brands are based off of what we do, right? So besides having our SaaS company, right, we're mainly talking about, for example, me, I have the Scion, the TC to GT3, right? That's gonna be my thing that I'm gonna pretty much revolve my brand around at first, right? And then from there, go on to different things. Obviously, I'm making these kinds of videos while I'm gonna be doing that, but it kind of gives you guys a gist to as to niche yourself down, right? So pick your model, build your plan. Like I said, execute. So, one thing I know I keep mentioning like marketing agency, but guys, I literally mean this same thing can go towards anything, right? One thing I am trying to make very I guess you could say like open or clear or whatever, is I would recommend an online business, something that you can do remotely, because if you're, for example, if I were to have when I had my detailing business, right, and if I kept doing that right now, let's be honest, I'd be tied down to Orlando, Kissimmee, whatever, right? I'd be tied down to staying here because I had to run my business. Yes, eventually I can hire people to have it kind of run itself, but for the most part, I mean, these are businesses that I have to be here to run. You know what I mean? Compared to if you're running an online business, an online store, whatever it is, you don't have to be in you don't have to be tied down to a certain place to run that business, right? Imagine you're making $10,000 a month from your online store, and that $10,000 a month that you're making from your online store, you could be living in fucking Brazil, Spain, wherever the fuck you want, and you're not tied down to one certain place, right? Because guys, right now the way the world is going, you don't want to be tied down to a certain place, right? Let's say something goes, I'm not going to get too deep into this shit, but let's say something goes on economically in the world, in the US, right? Let's say in the US something goes on, right? And you need to get out. Yo, you have the freedom to just leave, right? That's the biggest thing. Don't be tied down to one certain place. That's why I recommend having an online business for sure. Another thing I want to touch topic on is setbacks, right? I'm not going to get too deep into this because I do want to make a whole separate video of kind of the struggles of entrepreneurship, right? You're going to face a lot of setbacks, right? That marketing agency might not be the business model for you. That e-commerce store might not be the business model for you, okay? But that SaaS company, it might be the business for you, right? So from every setback that you encounter, okay, evaluate what I did wrong. Evaluate what you did wrong. And from there, you go, okay, I did this and this and this wrong. How can I be better for the next business that I want to try, right? This literally goes for everything you do in life, okay? For example, I keep saying for example, my bad. But an example can be a girlfriend, right? Let's say you were a piece of shit, okay? You didn't treat the girl right or whatever, or you weren't masculine enough or something, right? You have to evaluate what you did wrong for the next time around you're better, for the next person, for the next business, for everything, literally. So keep that in mind. When there's setbacks, you need to evaluate yourself, readjust your plan. Again, my key point right now is having a fucking plan. Plan everything out. And then from there, that's really the biggest thing is reevaluate the plan. What did I do wrong? Where are those key points where I fucked up? Okay, boom. What can I do from there to readjust it, make it better, whatever it is, right? So yeah, that's the biggest thing. There's always going to be setbacks. Do not quit. Do not quit. Because I promise you, if this is some shit you're really serious about, that you really want to do, there's going to be that one business model that works. I promise you. You can ask any entrepreneur. They're going to tell you that they tried different shit. They tried multiple different types of businesses, or they just kept trying with that same business, right? Same business model, because that can work too. You don't have to try a bunch of different businesses. Let's say for example that marketing agency, right? Imagine, right? You have no costs. You can try and try and try for 6 months, and let's say at most you spent like $100 on some software that you use, right? Bro, 6 months you only spend a max $300, $200-300. It's and I doubt you'll even spend that much. That's the beauty of it, right? So pick a business where, unlike e-commerce, it's better to have money, because you need to spend money on marketing, right? Unless you're doing free marketing, for example, TikTok ads and stuff like that. Those are types of marketing where you can do for free, and you don't have to worry about paying for Facebook ads and stuff like that. So evaluate what business model you want to try. I 100% would recommend something where you can do, where it's not going to really cost you any money, especially if you don't have money. If you're in high school, you're 15, 16 years old, and you don't have a job, but you have all the time in the world, bro, learn a skill and do something like that, because it's not going to cost you any money. 6 months down the road, you can still be trying and trying and trying, and you're good. You know what I mean? You shouldn't give up, because 6 months passed. Okay, whatever. Time passes, bro. It is what it is, right? For some people, it happens in a month where they sign their first client. Some people, it happens in 6 months when they sign their first client. It just is what it is, right? If you do have money that you can invest, do it, right? If you can invest in like a VA or something that's going to help boost your productivity in your business, even better, because now you have a higher probability to gain customers faster, right? So you could definitely do these businesses for free or little to no cost, and build something out of it, something big out of it. One thing I would really recommend is finding somebody, whether it's on YouTube, well, mainly on YouTube, right? Where you can watch their videos and maybe get inspired by them, and maybe that is the reason why you got into e-commerce, why you got into SMMA. An example, like I said earlier, was Imangaji, right? His thing was the marketing agencies, right? If you can, let's say you're interested in starting a marketing agency, because it's little to no cost and it's easy to do, whatever. That is literally a way where, okay, I'm gonna look at his videos, I'm gonna study him. Okay, boom. Now let me implement that to myself, right? So really, in a sense, find a role model online, because let's be honest, not all of us have people around us that we can look up to as a role model, right? So if for you have to go and find that role model online and watch their videos, do it. Like I did that, right? For me, it was I found people that really, how do you say it, just made sense to me, right? Some of these people that I can, in a sense, look up to, and I did some research, looked into their stuff, and got inspiration from that. Once I got that inspiration, I turned it into my own thing, right? I don't mean go and completely copy these people and do exactly what they do. No, you want to be your own person. You want to be unique, right? So if you can get different good traits from these different people, because not everybody's perfect. Not Iman Gaji is not the only person you should look up to, right? But if you find multiple people that kind of resonate with you, perfect. Get the best qualities that resonate with you, and build your own character, in a sense, right? I like to think of life as a video game, because it literally is. Imagine most of you guys are on your PlayStations building up your GTA characters, when, bro, you can do this shit in real life. Move like a fucking millionaire. That's what move like a fucking millionaire. And I promise you, within the next 5 years, you put in the work, you move like a fucking millionaire, you will get there. Okay, so find these people that resonate with you. Take it into to yourself and evaluate where you can, I guess, increase certain parts of your life, and keep going. You know what I mean? Find that business model, improve yourself as a person, hit the gym, stay healthy. These are things that are gonna help you have a resilient mindset. So if you can incorporate all these things into your life, I promise you'll get far. So guys, I really do hope that this video, in a sense, resonated with you guys, and maybe touched that little, or sparked that interest into either wanting to be an entrepreneur, or if you already did want to be an entrepreneur, actually taking the first steps into doing it. Because guys, like, it's a very long and tough road to be in, but I know that in the end, it'll all be worth it for sure. Obviously, I haven't made it yet, and I hope to see that day come soon, right? Because I in a sense, I made my 5 to 10 year plan, cut it down to 6 months, and I planned it out. So okay, now I'm gonna execute that same plan that I was gonna do in 5 to 10 years. I'm gonna try my fucking hardest to achieve it in 6 months, right? So if you can do that, I promise you, maybe you might not reach that 5 to 10 year goal, but you're gonna be a lot closer, right? For me, for example, I noticed, honestly, everybody around me even noticed this, how much I changed as a person when I took this shit very serious, right? Again, from going to the gym can just be the beginning of it, right? For me, that was the beginning, starting to go to the gym and having something to look forward to every day, right? Just off of that, I started building that mindset. So okay, boom, don't miss a day, stuff like that, and then incorporating that same type of mindset to my business, right? For me, right, I was literally thinking about this shit last night. I, in a sense, grew a sort of hatred for my 9 to 5, to where I grew that hatred, and I'm using that as my drive to get to where I want to be, right? It's like I get there, I'm just like, oh, yo, fuck this shit. I do not want to be here. I hate this shit. I'm tired of making other people's dreams come true and not mine. And from there, I was like, all right, if I hate this shit so much, why am I not doing nothing to get to where I want to be at, right? So find your reason why. Chase your fucking dreams, because in the end, if you cut, like I said, if you cut that 5 to 10 year goal and to try to do it in 6 months, you're gonna be so much closer. And then after those 6 months go by, do it again, but better, improve, keep improving. One thing I heard was that I was told this, right? To every time, for example, there's those friends that you see maybe every few months, 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, whatever. Every time they see you, you don't want them to see that same you, right? You want them to see a better, more an improved version of yourself every single time. Every time somebody I talk to that I used to know, whether it was in high school or whatever, I'm 19. I just graduated high school like 2 years ago. Every time they see you, you want them to see a different version of you, a fucking improved version of you, right? An iron mindset version of you. So 100%, chase your dream, and you'll get to where you want to be. Again, it might not be in a month or two. It might not be as fast as other people, but if you put in the fucking work, I promise you'll get there. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Like I said, I really hope that this video sparked that thing inside, that fire inside of you, to get you to really take this shit serious and really want to change your life, whether it's for yourself, for your parents, your kids, whatever it is. Take this shit serious, and it's gonna take you far. Peace. We out here. Out here in downtown, or I was about to say downtown Miami. Chilling, man. Getting money. Doing our thing. Unstoppable. Iron mindset. Grinding. Never stop. Show everybody every day. Everybody around you, show them what you can do. Imagine yourself in one of these buildings, a millionaire. You own a condo, $1 million condo. Parents proud of you. Unstoppable. Keep grinding, man.
Back when I was broke, that was cool with it. Now every move I make, I'm in the news with it. Even if I ain't do it, they be like, you did it. My teacher always used to tell me, you gon' lose, nigga. That's why I never went to school, nigga. And why I'm rapping like I got something to prove, nigga. When they bought the mansion with the pool in it.